I'm Akansha.
Hello, Akansha. And Akansha, what is your husband's name?
My husband's name is Ankit.
Ankit. Okay, great. And can you tell us, Akansha, how did you know Ankit was the one for you? Was it a specific moment in time, or was it something that built up, like a feeling that built up, and you were like, this is the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with?
That's a very interesting question, and I love talking about it, or maybe I don't. But how we met is me and Ankit started back in Google India together, and that's how we started. We both had graduated from our business schools from different colleges, and we came into Google at the same time, so we were batchmates. And because it was a new team, we did have some time to actually hang out with friends. So we always hung out in groups, and it was always like 4 or 5 of us hanging out together. We were just like best of friends. So I think we never thought we would end up together, because me and Ankit are from different religions. I'm Christian, Ankit is a Hindu, I'm older than him. So I think like there are so many things that we never ever thought that we are going to end up together. But I guess friendship somehow lands where it should. And we are here now. We are settled in New Jersey, right there with 2 little girls. So maybe it was supposed to happen.
I love that. That's so sweet. Akansha, thank you for sharing. So a few things that come to mind. First of all, I've had a few people here. You know, you hear all kinds of stories. People meet on the apps. People meet in person in school. So far, I'm like, okay, maybe if you're starting a new job, your potential life might be in that company. So if you're thinking about moving jobs, here's another reason too. And I love the final thing you said about it's rooted in friendship. Would you say that's maybe one of the reasons how you knew Ankit was the one, because you had that base of friendship, you felt comfortable around him?
Yeah, and I don't know how many people know, but in India, arranged marriage is pretty prominent. So I was in that market actually looking for guys and like trying to find out the right one for myself. And then Ankit actually found a role in Google New York, and he came to me and he's like, I have a job in New York, would you like to move? And I was like, no, I'm never ever moving away from my country. My whole family is here. I'm never doing this ever. And he actually sent me a short-term role, a 6-month role in New York. He made me interview for that, and I cracked the 6-month role, and I came here to New York, and my visa processed faster than his visa. So I was here before him, and I was in a city that I never wanted to come, and I was furious. I was like, I'm never marrying this guy who never thought about like being here first, and I'm here all alone. I was eating takeout dinners all alone because I had no friends. But then he landed in New York, and that's where our story actually started. Like we officially started dating when we were in New York, when he convinced me he asked me if I would love to move here now, and I was like, maybe. That answer changed from like never to a maybe.
My God, Akansha, there are so many here. What I'm hearing is like you change your mind on a lot of things, and maybe that's a little lesson for people that are still searching for their person, is like you might have a vision of what they would be like, or maybe even have rules like he has to be older than me, he has to work in this industry, whatever. But like, I love this. First of all,
I actually had a long list of criteria that, because I was in the arranged marriage market, I had to have that criteria. Funny enough, I also had a criteria that his name should start with an A, and that's a funny criteria. But my dad is an A, my brother is an A, so I always wanted somebody whose name starts with an A. But when I met Ankit, I had never ever thought that he would be the one, but he was an A. So
I love that. I love that. It's almost like the universe is like, you can't have all the criteria, but here's one. Yeah. And then that can be the one that you hold on to. That's brilliant. Oh my God. Thank you so much for sharing. So the meet cute, you met in work in Google India, but then you only officially started dating when you got to New York.
Yeah. And also like I always am furious with him because it was never like a proper proposal. He came to me one day in New York and he was like, do you like it here now? And I was like, I like New York, I like my work, everything is great. He's like, oh, so you like it here? Do you want to move here like forever? Because I already have a job, maybe you get a job here and then we move in together. And I was like, is this a proposal? Like, what is it? So
he said yes,
he
it
was
is.
like, yeah, like.
Oh my God.
So that was
You-
funny.
I'm starting to get the vibe that maybe Ankit operates at a different pace or different level to most men, which is also really cool to hear as well, because it sounds like you're open to it as well. You know, you started off with a lot of maybe reservations, but then maybe he convinced you otherwise.
Yeah, he actually says he's in sales, but he does say that his biggest sales pitch has been to convert me to move here. And
Oh my God.
Yeah,
And it worked
with
out.
him. It
I love
worked
that.
out.
It
So-
worked out. That's brilliant. Okay, so you said that was a few years ago. How many years have you been together in total?
So we have been married. We have been like I completed my 10 years with Google this year. So we have been together. Like we have known each other for 10 years.
Oh, wow.
But we got married in 2018,
2018.
and yeah, we have two little girls, 2 and 5.
That's
So
beautiful. Congratulations. So you've known him a decade and you've been officially married 7 years?
Yes.
So 7 anniversaries. Can you tell us, how do you celebrate your anniversary? Do you have a tradition where you do something similar every year, or is it different every year?
So we always used to celebrate our anniversaries by gifting each other trips, and we always would love to like be on a trip on our anniversary. But since now we have 2 little kids, I think there was an anniversary where we celebrated just the 2 of us, and then I started feeling that our anniversary is also the birthday of our family. Like that's where our family started. So I was like, I cannot leave them alone. Like this has to be a day where we all celebrate together. So we always like go out for dinners with our little kids, even though it can be chaotic. But I think that's beautiful. That's the family that we have made.
I love that, Akansha. That is probably one of my favorite answers that I've gotten so far. Last question for you. Do you have a song that reminds you of Ankit? It can be your wedding song. It could be just a song that when you hear it in passing, it makes you think of your husband.
So I'm a hardcore Bollywood fan, and I love listening to like very romantic Bollywood music. And Bollywood is like the Hindi music industry, like in India. And Shah Rukh Khan is one of the most famous actors there, and he is like a diehard romantic hero. And there are a lot of songs that do. I always listen to those, and I feel that I always am reminded of Ankit. But one of them is called "Kuch Kuch Hota Hai," which just means like something happens inside you. So like I think like we have known each other for so long. It was first friendship, then it got converted into what we are today. But I think always there was something that was happening inside me whenever he was around me, even though we were hanging out with a group of people, colleagues. We were here in New York. Taking takeout food, like anything. Like I think there was always something happening inside me when he was around. So I think that has to be the song for me.
That is a great answer. Thank you so much for sharing, Akansha. That is so lovely.
Thank you, and thank you for having me. This was great.
Thank you so much.